Hello and good morning. It's Heather and Phil, and we are here this morning at the White Oak Mountain Trail System, which is only 10 or 15 minutes from our house, but we never even knew it was here. I mean, we knew that White Oak Mountain was here, but we didn't realize it had kind of a park with a system of trails. And it looks like it's managed by Southern Adventist University, which is right out here, just the campus just right over there. And anyway, it looks really cool. And this morning we got up, and it's November 1st. The time just changed, so we kind of slept in and still got up early. How about that? And we went to the Wired Coffee Bar in Collegedale and had some coffee. And I took a couple of pictures with my Z6, and I'm using an old Fuji from the 70s M42 mount 55 millimeter f1.8 lens. I've had it for a while. I've taken a couple of pictures around the house with it, but I've never really gone out and shot with it. I did take it out one time, and we met up with David Sailors in downtown Chattanooga, and I let him borrow it all day. And I'll put a link to his video up here because he used it quite a bit that day. But today I'm going to use it, and Heather's going to use the Z50 and the 18-400 as we walk around on these trails and see what we can see. I'm going to start off with a few photos I made there at the Wired Coffee Bar, and I went outside to get the camera, and we were sitting right by the window, and so I just took a picture of Heather through the window when I came back, and I'm in the picture as well with the reflection. And then when I sat down inside, we got that nice light coming in through the window, so I turned the Fuji lens down to f1.8 and made this photograph of her. I think I missed focus on her near eye a little bit, but look how far out of focus the far eye is. That thing has really shallow depth of field. Now here is a building that I made a photograph of in another video when I was fiddling around with the Fujifilm Acros film simulation, and I'll put a link to that video up in the top. But I really like this old building with the clock in front of it. And just down the street from there is this slightly winding road with a railroad bridge, and I made a 1/8 of a second shot of that bridge with some cars driving by that I thought turned out pretty cool. All right, now let's get back to the trails. These trails are really marked at all the crossroads, or a lot of the crossroads. They have a really nice "You Are Here" complete map of the trail system, and also at all of the trail crossings they have these trail blazes that kind of give you an idea of where you are and where you're going. The trail we hiked on had a small little brook that went along beside it for a portion of the hike, and I thought this beautiful leaf was attractive floating in the water, so I made a quick picture of it, pointing the camera straight down. I think I was at f5.6. Well, it's been fun hiking out here. We don't have a whole lot of time today, and Heather's really still kind of recovering from her broken foot. As a matter of fact, just a couple weeks back, her foot got so sore at Disney World that we had to get her a power chair for the second and third park day. So we're making this a really short hike, and we hiked out, and the first trail where we could turn around and start coming back, we did. And now that we're coming in this direction, we've got all these awesomely backlit trees, and suddenly there's photographic opportunities presenting themselves for us. And I'm shooting at 5.6 for the most part with this little Fuji 55 1.8, and I just have the focus set around 30 feet, and everything in the scene is lighting up red with my focus peaking highlights. So hopefully some of these photos that we're making on the way back will come out pretty neat. All right, here is my first trail photograph. And I really like the light in the background and the dark in the foreground of this, and the beautiful colors and the shadows. Really pretty satisfied with this shot. And this is really interesting because Heather and I were on the same set of trails the same day, and it's interesting to look at the different interpretation that she has of the trails compared to the way I saw it. I shot at f5.6 for a while doing these backlit trees as we were hiking back, and then I decided to switch to f8 to make sure everything was in focus. Got plenty of light, and I'm doing handheld. I got a tripod with me, but you know, there's enough light to where I can just make quick shots. I think I'm shooting at 1/200th of a second or thereabouts, so I don't have to worry about camera shake. And it's a little breezy, and at 1/200th the leaves shouldn't be all blurry like they would be if I was doing a slow shutter speed. I was already kind of considering making a photograph at this location because I like the way the trail kind of goes straight and then curves around a tree right here, and then all of a sudden these cyclists came riding into the frame. So I definitely took the shot then. And it's interesting to see, I kind of like things dark. And on this particular occasion, Heather likes things a little brighter. And we've done our white balance and split toning completely different as well. It's pretty cool. So this lens has a really long focus throw. Of course, it's a manual focus lens. It was a manual focus lens and it was brand new. It's not just manual focus because it's being adapted. And the focus ring is metal and gnarly. It's got little bumps, really easy to grip. And the focus goes from 1.5 feet all the way to infinity. It's a long throw. So it's kind of easy when you're manually focusing. You want a longer throw so you can really pinpoint stuff. But at f8, when I'm taking photos of these trees, I can put it right at about 30 feet and look through the viewfinder, and everything is glowing red with focus peaking highlights. Here's one last pair of photos from the trail, and once again, Heather and I have done our edit completely different. Now these photos are not of the same spot on the trail, but still, I think Heather's photos probably look more like what it actually looked like, and I took a little bit more artistic license with my edit. But it is fun to see how if we edit our photos of the same place in a different room, how differently they can come out. All right, that was a fun little hike on the White Oak Mountain Trails and the White Oak Mountain Trail system. We have made it back home, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. All right, that was a fun little hike on the... Damn it, what are they called?
The White Oak Mountain Trails.